Hi Virgos, this is Kathy. Welcome to my channel, Kathy Mamolen, Psychic Medium. Welcome to A Timeless Love Readings from my Virgos, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, and any cross-watcher. Today I'm going to ask Spirit, what are they hiding? The person that you're thinking of, what are they holding back? What is going on with them? Is there anything Spirit wants us to know about this connection moving forward? Before we start, I'm going to ask you all to please consider hitting that like button. If you enjoy these messages, you enjoy my channel, you appreciate the guidance, my time, my gift, hit that like button, comment below as I'm trying to grow my YouTube channel so that I can create more content for all of you. So I really would appreciate that. Thank you. Let's see what Spirit has for you today for my Virgos, and let's see where this connection is headed. What are they hiding? What are their thoughts and feelings? What is it that Spirit wants you to know? I am listening for you now, Spirit. Please share with me. What is it that you want me to know? Begin now. Take your first steps. A new beginning. How about something like that? Like how about we're on the road? You know, just this, we're on the same path, you know, like I need to know, are we on the same path? You know, maybe that's something that we haven't talked about, that we feel like we're heading in the same direction, or that we see a future together, something like that. Let's see where we're going. Surrendering to the journey, releasing control. They could be surrendering to, I don't know where we're going to end up, but as long as it's with you, I'm going to be happy. They could be surrendering to, you know, all of the twists and turns in a relationship. Choosing your path, all is possible. Are they in it for the long run? There's definitely this feeling of the path, right? There's this feeling of, are we in it together? So maybe that's what you need to know. You know, are they holding back? Are we in it together? Are we on the same path? So we need to have that answered. And transformation, a fresh new way of living, spreading our wings, moving forward, okay, surrendering to this journey, surrendering that, you know, all is possible. I like the feeling of all is possible because there was a little bit of a intuitively coming into me that there are complications, or it's, you know, it's complicated, or there's obstacles in this connection, okay? And that is what this person holds on to. Like, you could possibly see that we could get through anything as long as we do it together. And they are seeing all the obstacles, how much time, money it would take to get through these obstacles, how long it would take, something like that. So maybe one of you is thinking very, very optimistically, and the other one is thinking very practically and logically and can't kind of move on from that. So they've got to release control, that if it's meant to be, it will be. Let's see what the cards are saying. Let's see what they're sharing. I'm walking a thin line between being okay and being a complete mess. So they're trying to be more balanced. They want to be more balanced in this connection. They're struggling with something like that. Commitment till death do us part sometimes isn't enough. So I feel like we have some obstacles. I do. I feel like this person is only seeing the obstacles and isn't seeing the big picture, that they don't have to do it alone. So that is where you come in. You come into that, you know, I'm not going to leave you. The truth. I know you can feel me and you're inside my mind. You know the truth I've been trying to hide. So what are their true feelings? What is this that they're struggling with? That they're, you know, they feel like they're walking a thin line between, you know, where they want to be and where they are right now, something like that. And then, do you trust me? Is there trust? Is there a trust issue? Have we been working on a trust issue? I gotta tell you, I feel like this person wants to be more like you is how I feel. Like, you may be very optimistic. You may be seeing the, you know, the glass is half full. You may be thinking this is all going to work out fine. And they're just wanting to believe you, you know, like you're the perpetual optimist in this connection. And they really do want to believe you. They really do want to trust you. So that's what's going on. I have 6 of Cups. I have a Page of Pentacles. I have the Moon. And I have an Eight of Wands. So this feeling of I've been here before and it's not as easy as you think, something like that. I mean, Six of Cups, I'd like to think are fond memories, are good memories, are positive, but they can also stir up some of the old fears. Like, I've gone through this before and it's not as easy as you think, especially if there's some kind of obstacle ahead of you both, you know, that one of you has to make a significant change in their lives or make adjustment in their lives or move or sell a house in order for you to be together. It's not as easy as you're saying it's going to be, right? Or jumping into a relationship. So there's that, they're holding back just their fear, and their fear is based on they've done this before. They've been through this before. The optimism is good because I'm willing to try is how it's coming in. Like, I'm willing to put in some time and effort. Let's see where this goes. Let's think positive. I do feel like they're hopeful. I think you rub off on them. I'm going to say it that way. I think that's good. If you are really the optimist out of the two of you, that everything's going to work out as long as we keep loving each other, as long as we keep communicating. I feel like your optimism is really motivates them to try to figure things out and come up with solutions. A sense of security. Maybe they have some financial fears. I have a Devil and I have a Sun. So is there something going on from their past, Spirit, that they struggle with? Is that what they are, you know, it could be anything. It could be behavior. It could be, you know, I struggle with, you know, just my own inner demons, I'm going to say. Their love for you is going to override their fears. I'm going to say it that way. I feel like they have some inner demons. They could struggle. I'm going to say it this way. They might struggle with things like, you know, anxiety, stress, depression. They get down on themselves. They something happens at work and they get quiet and they kind of put too much pressure on themselves, something like that, right? But you love them for who they are and you love, you know, everything about them, and you're able to help them kind of pull themselves out of that, is how I feel. You are really good for them and they're good for you, Spirit said. You know, this is a sense of, you know, I'll be there for you and you'll be there for me. And they do want to be there for you because this is I feel like I want to say it's hard for them. It's hard for them to show you that they are really in love with you and they want you to feel emotionally secure, you know. I guess people don't realize that sometimes all they have to do is say, I love you, you know, and if this person struggles with that, if this person struggles with just saying, I love you out loud, that could be something that they're not happy about. You know, that's something that they're working on. I'm trying to learn to express myself. It's always gotten me in trouble in the past. It always ruined all of my past relationships, and they don't want that to happen this time. So I do feel like they want to express themselves more. You know, I mean, I would say that's a positive thing, you know, express their feelings. You know, it's just maybe they weren't raised to express their feelings. They hold everything inside, but they know that you need to hear it. They know that you want to be there and you want more with them. And then there's that star with that wishful hope of thinking. And they're like, I want to think like you do. I mean, whether they're saying that out loud or not, maybe that's what they're holding back. Like they wish that they were more positive. They wish that they didn't see the, you know, you see all the good in everybody. You see all the light in everybody. And they have a tendency to be kind of pessimistic, I guess, and saying things like, well, it's not as easy as that. It's not as easy as that. They're trying harder. They're trying harder to express themselves with this page. They're working on their feelings. Here's a Six of Swords. Even a feeling, Six of Swords doesn't mean either one of you are moving on. It means that we're putting some of our old thinking, mindset, away and we're moving towards thinking differently. Okay. So it's like getting rid of old baggage, retraining our thought patterns, thinking better thoughts, walking around and saying, you know what, instead of thinking negative, turn it to a positive, right? Instead of being in fear, turn it to gratitude. So maybe this person's just really working hard at having a better outlook or a better attitude. It could be as simple as that. Nine of Swords, they do have some fear, they do have some worries. It's like, if I work hard and I put all this energy, is it still going to be enough? They have some self-doubt, and they still struggle with their own I guess strengths. What's their strengths, what's their weaknesses? They'll probably be very easy to describe a lot of weaknesses, but probably have a hard time giving you a big list of their strengths. So that's something that they have to work on. But you are the light that shines. You really are. You're the inner light, you're the light that shines. I mean, something like that, because they need you, Spirit just said. And whether they're admitting that or not, they're realizing that they need you. And that could be the hidden feelings. Like, for the first time in my life, I feel like I really need and want somebody in my life. And maybe that's, worrying them, that's scaring them. They got to do the work. Spoon, hunger, feeding love, this little heart. Like, give me your love. Show me your love. Commanding, wave your magic wand. Commanding. You don't command love from them. That's not what I'm saying. But they can see it in your actions. Like, you give unconditionally. You're always there. You're always optimistic. You're saying, you know what? As long as we love each other, we'll get through these things. Let's just work together. Let's figure it out. Let's put a plan together, right? So maybe you're the one taking the lead, or you're the one that's saying that, we can do anything we set our minds to, because I do feel like it's complicated. I do feel like there's, I don't want to say a third party involved, but there's issues on either side. It's not as easy as it seems. Fantasy. I don't want to live in a fantasy. Maybe he says that's all perfect in a perfect world, that we live happily ever after. But we don't live in a perfect world. We have homes, jobs, kids, lives, money, debt, all these things. So, and you're like, yeah, but I love you and I want to be with you and I just want us to be happy. And he's like, I want that too. But he or she, I should say, it shouldn't be gender, he or she and he and he, it doesn't matter. But it's a feeling of, I want us to be happy too. I want us to be happy too. I've got to repair my heart. There could be a feeling of, I've had my heart broken. That Six of Cups that I had earlier, that was I'd like to think everything is fond memories, but it came into me as, I've been here before. Okay, I've been here before, and it's not as easy as it looks, right? Moving on from a connection, changing your life, deciding that you want to be with somebody different, like all of those are major decisions in your life, and it doesn't happen overnight. It takes a lot of effort for two people to decide that they want to be together. But if you both want to be together, I do feel like he's moving, or she is moving in the direction of, I like your optimism, and I want to start thinking more like you. So keep doing what you're doing, because they're following your lead. They're following your energy. Dress up and role play, this feeling of, that looks like a bride. It looks like, it is a fairy tale. Like, you're probably very in love with this person. Ice cream. I don't know. That feels like a treat. It feels like splurging. It feels like indulging. I'm indulging in you, replenishing my energy, watermelon. But I don't know. Right now, the message to me is overcoming obstacles because of somebody's optimism. Here's a butterfly. We can transform. We can change. This person's been holding back. It's a feeling of, I want to think like you do. I want to be as optimistic and as hopeful as you are. I want everything that you want. And then they throw in the but. They give you all the reasons that it's hard. They give you all the reasons that it's not as easy as you think it is. But when two heads are better than one, Spirit just said. So put your heads together and, it says you're off course. Maybe one's going this direction, one's going this direction. Maybe put your heads together and get on the same path. We had all that energy in the beginning about, are we on the same path? Are we both want the same thing? And we need to be crystal clear on that. If we both want the same thing, then we'll figure it out. Dream catcher, a little bit of defensiveness. Maybe when you start to talk about the future, they say, we'll figure it out, but they don't take action or they're not making plans. And that's upsetting you somehow. But right now you both have to be on the same path, and anything is possible is what Spirit just said. Anything is possible in overcoming these obstacles, whatever these are. It's just that one of you is more of a believer than the other. And I feel like that's what he's hiding. I feel like he wants it also, but he just can't figure out, he or she, and I apologize that I keep saying he. It's just I just say it naturally. It doesn't, you can interchange the, genders anytime. But he or she is struggling with, I want to believe as much as you believe that everything will work out for the best. What do you want? 4 Wands. Do you want a future with me? Are we on the same path? Okay. I want you to choose. Like there's the, I'm going to let you take the lead. You figure it out. No, it's going to take 2 of us to figure out how to be where we want to be. Okay. It's going to take 2 of us. We got to work together as a team. Are you in or out, right? Yay or nay? My life started when I met you. I do want this. So I don't feel like they're struggling with their feelings for you. I don't feel like that's going on. I feel like just they're struggling with, it just seems so out of reach to be where you both want to be, something like that. But you can get there one step at a time. You can get there one day at a time, a little bit at a time, something like that. I have so much desire for you. What do you want, right? I want to know. I want to know, do you want me as much as I want you? And I do feel like the answer is yes to this. I do feel like as soon as we overcome, once we make up our minds and we change that mindset from it's hard and it's going to be difficult to let's just do it, we're going to be okay. But we've got to, one of us just keep being the cheerleader, keep being the perpetual optimist, because I feel like they're listening to you. They're terrified. They're terrified of what's going to happen. What's going to happen next? Like if I take this leap of faith with you, am I still going to be happy? Am I going to be happy? It's the fear of the unknown. I'm going to say it that way. They're not terrified to be with you. It's the fear of the unknown. What's happening next? Do you even see me that way? Do you even see a future for me? Right? That is the, what do you want, right? What do you want? And do you see me that way? So do we both want the same thing is really the question. And then once we both say, yes, we both want the same thing, I feel like we just have to figure out, a plan of action and to be together, whether it's somebody's got to move, somebody's got to sell a house, somebody's got to relocate, somebody's got to, like we have some logistics to do to be together. That's what I feel like we're talking about here, not whether we love each other or not. One more, please, Spirit. They're waiting for you. All right. So they want to be with you. I think we should slow down. There's the fear coming in, like we'll take it one step at a time, or it will happen if it's supposed to happen. But there are times in our lives where we have to make things happen. Otherwise, nothing happens, right? I still don't have all the answers. They use some excuses. Probably what they're hiding from you is the fear of the unknown. I don't know where we're going to be. I don't know what's going to happen in the future. But I do feel like they love you. I do feel like they just wish they were more like you. They wish they were more optimistic. I could be your hero baby. I want to be your hero. Six of wands, like they want to step to the plate and they do want to have the successful relationship. They do want what you want. It's just they wish that they could have this perpetual optimism that you have, and something holds them back all the time, whether it's the obstacles or how much work you guys have ahead of you. But something holds them back. But you know what? You guys can do it. If you put your two heads together, and you really want to be together, and you really decide that you want to be together, you guys will figure it out. So let's put this out into the universe. I want to thank Spirit for this reading today. If you're new to my channel, please remember to hit that like and subscribe button. I want to thank all my Virgos for your love and support. Thank you always. If anybody would like to book a private reading with me, go to my website, KathyMamolen, psychicmedium.com.